arms, and then in this position, very gently, let the head go forwards. And as your head goes down, really sense that it's just your head falling, that you're not taking the whole shoulder and spine forwards. So let the head very gently fold. And after you let the head fall, see if you continue what happened in the neck, in the shoulders, in the spine. You're going to feel that your spine is rounding. And you feel your sacrum going back and your head going forwards and your belly carving without effort here. And then you slowly come back up to sitting. And you do it again. So first the head. Really sense the weight of the head. Sense your neck is lengthened. You might feel a little gentle pull in the muscles. And then let the head be heavier, taking the neck, taking the shoulders, relax your elbows, your arms, and round your back as you go. And we do that one more time. Let the head go, feel the gentle pull into the neck. Then let the weight of the head take the neck forward, the shoulders forward, the spine forward and back, because there will always be an oppositional movement in reaction to what you do to balance yourself. And then come back. And then let the head tilt to the left. Sense the weight of your head to the side. And gently let the weight of the head take your body slightly to your right. And then extend your left arm down by your side with your fingers pointing down. And very gently let the fingers creep a little bit out. It will increase that stretch on the left side of the neck. And then slowly let the head return. And do it again. Let the head fall. Feel the weight of the head, the weight of the skull. Let the shoulders slightly tilt because the head is heavy. And then extend your left arm out to the side with your fingers creeping a little out, almost on place, but then let them carry your head back up. And do the same thing on the other side. Let the head tilt to the left. Feel the weight of the head taking a nice elongation on the right side of the neck. Let the shoulders slightly tilt. And then let the right fingertips reaching out to increase that stretch on the right side of the neck. And let the fingertips pull your head back up. And one more time, tilt your head to the left. Let the shoulders be taken out to the side gently. Let the right hand creep out and away from you. Make sure it's not behind or front, just to the side of you. And then let the fingers take you back up. Turn your head to the right. Sense where can you go without tilting your head back or forward. Allow the rest to follow. We know that the collarbone will move, the sternum will move, the rest might move, the pelvis will move. Let that happen, but focus on the neck and head. And then come back in the other side. Turn your head to the other side. Let it turn, let it go maybe a little further. Make sure you're not tilting up or down. Let the chin being on the plateau. And then come back. Then let the head turn to the right. And this time when it's to your maximum without forcing, so still on an easy place, let the head tilt down slightly in this position. You're going to feel an elongation on these muscles here. And then up slightly, very, very small. And then down. And then side. And forwards on the other side, side. And then gently down. Never forcing. Listen to what responds to your body and what you can maybe let go. Never feel strained down again. Come back in the middle and rest. Lie down onto your back. Bend both knees, put your feet to standing first, and then bring your arms up to the ceiling. And then slowly allow your arm to move upward or behind you. And without disconnecting your ribs, see how far your arms can go without strain. When you have your maximum, you know that afterward things are going to change either in your ribs or in your shoulders. So really sense that limit, that bouncing moment there. And then allow your ribs to lift. Allow maybe a intake of air. And see how further down your arms can go with that intake of air and the lifting of the ribs. If they go all the way to the floor, let them. If they don't, just see. And then at that point, can you let the shoulders come up? And maybe then your arms are going to touch the mat. Your shoulders are up, your ribs are up, breathe there. And then on the exhale, very gently, can you let the ribs descend? Can you relax that raise of your shoulders? And can you bring your arms back up without forcing? And you do it again. You breathe in. You breathe out without disconnecting your ribs. You bring your arms a little back. And then you let the ribs pop up, maybe an intake of air. Then you let the shoulders come up. It's like a yawning stretch in the morning there. And then on the exhale, let the air empty your lungs, let the ribs descend, let the shoulders relax, and let the arm float back up. Stay up. Round your elbows a little bit, and then gently move your arms out to the side. And allow your shoulder blades to come together and your chest to open. Your chin might come in a little bit because your back is arching. And then on the exhale, let the arm close, let the ribs close, and feel how your arms are crossing a little bit in front of you. So if you cross the right front first, you do the left next one and opposite. So let the shoulder blades come together as your elbows fall onto the side with your arms slightly bent. And then on the exhale, when you close your arms, allow your shoulder blades to separate, your back to round a little bit, and your arm to cross. And one more time. Maybe an inhale here when your shoulders come together and your ribs goes out. And then on exhale when your shoulder blades separate and your ribs are closing and your arms are closing. Then keep your shoulder blades apart without bonding your shoulders. But keep your shoulder blades apart and let the arms go out to the side. You're going to see they're not going to go so far. There is quickly a moment where you want to bring them together and the ribs want to pop. When you get to your maximum there with your shoulder blades staying really wide and your arms out, can you straighten your elbows and your hands? And in that place now you're going to allow your arm to move out to the side. And you're going to feel a nice stretch across your chest. If your ribs need to move up a little bit, to move out, let them. Breathe in. When your arms are out to the side there, can you let the ribs descend, keeping your arms out to the side? Nice stretch there. And then very gently let the knees tilt a little bit to the right and allow your head to fall to the left. Let both arms lengthen, but especially the left arm. And then come back and then tilt your legs to the left and allow your right arm to lengthen a bit. Don't go fast. Not about letting your legs go all the way. It's about what happened in your spine. Where is it twisting? Where is it turning? What is gently elongating when you do that? Your knees are going to the right and your left arm is reaching out, and then your knees are going to fall to the left and your right arm is reaching out, and you're not forcing at all. And then come back center. Put your hands under your head. Close your elbows slightly. Now, in the next exercise, even though it looks like an abdominal work, I want you to think of what is shortening and what is lengthening in your back. So breathe in. On the breathing out, going to let the head come up because the chest is softening. So you're going to sense that all the front of you is shortening. The pelvis comes a little bit towards you. Your back is actually flattening onto the mat. Your head is coming up gently. All the front here seems to be shortening and gathered together, and your back should feel like elongating, flattening there. And then rest. Then bring the right knee up and do the same thing with your right knee up. Your elbows are closed, there's no forcing. Breathe in and then breathe out as you soften the chest. Let the head come slightly up and sense. So what happened with your pelvis? What happened with your knee? Can you let that knee come towards you without forcing, without making an effort? Just because your back is flattening onto the mat. And yes, you're going to feel an abdominal work. Breathe in. And then breathe out, your elbows are closed, your shoulders relaxed, your head is heavy, let the head come up slightly, make sure you're not pushing your neck, make sure that you feel the back flattening, your ribs closing, your knee may be coming a little closer to you. And then come back, keep your right knee up, lace your fingers in front of your kneecap and bring that right knee a little closer to you. Exhale. Breathe in there. Breathe out, extend the left leg down. And you're going to feel first that your back will stay flat, and then at one point, maybe your back will lift a little bit. But can you keep descending the ribs? Keep elongating the legs. If we try to keep your back too flat, you're going to feel your quadriceps raising up and your shoulders rounding. So allow that to soften. When your right knee as close to you as you can, let the right elbow or your right wrist glass to your right knee and open that right knee to the side. You're going to open your left arm out to the side and look at your left hand. Right now, your left leg is still straight. You have a beautiful stretch in your adductors, maybe in your chest, in the other left hip there. And then come back in the center, bend the left knee. Bring your left knee to your chest and extend the right leg. Now, without the bend, you can do this. We're going to let that right hand glide on the outside of the right leg, close to your thigh, close to your buttock, between your thigh and your knee and your buttocks there. And as your leg falls to the right and your left knee to the left, you have the support of your hand to stop your leg. So if your leg is here, it's fine. If you can go further, you're going to feel your hand gliding a little further along your leg. But keep that as a stand for your leg. Your back is relaxed, your shoulders are relaxed. Bend that right knee, bring the right knee in again, extend the left leg down again, and then put your left hand on the outside of the right knee. And as you open your right arm to the side, let that right knee fall to the left. Only go where it's comfortable. Going to do the same thing with the other leg. So bring the left knee up towards your chest. Put your hands under your head. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let the head come up and sense what happened in your back. How you can relax it as your chest is softening and you exhale. You might try it because you're by yourself there to talk. So when we talk, the breath goes out of your lungs, and if you make a long sentence there, you're going to feel that all the rib cage is going to close more easily. You're going to expel all the air out of your lungs, and your back will flatten onto the mat. Then rest your neck and your head. Keep that left knee closed, breathe, and allow that knee to come maybe a couple millimeter or centimeter towards your chest. If it's comfortable, letting the back really rest there. And then extend the right leg down onto the mat. When your right leg is down, your back might open up again. It might arch gently, but see if you can keep the ribs soften and open the front of the right hip. Your back should be relaxed. It's not flattened, but it's relaxed. There's no tension in there. And then let this left hand glide towards your elbow or wrist and open your left knee out to the side as you extend your right arm out and look at your right hand. The right arm will counterbalance a little bit with your left knee, so you can hold on to the knee with your hand if it's easier. Come back center, bend the right knee to your chest, hold on to that right knee, extend the left leg up, and then as you open the left leg to the left, make sure that the hand is there for support. So put it close to your buttocks first, open the right knee to the side, and gently, little by little, you can maybe let the leg fall a little further, let the hand glide towards your knee or towards your calf, depending on your flexibility. Don't go too far. Make sure you keep breathing. Find that counterbalance there. You have the right knee, the left leg. Bend your knee, come back center, and this time take either a band or a tie or a rope or a towel and put it around your right foot. And then start to extend the left leg and give yourself a nice stretch. You can start with your knee bend actually and give yourself a nice stretch there. It's easy for the lower back. So let that happen so that the back can keep flattening as your right leg comes towards you. Your pelvis will wobble a little bit. The higher your leg goes, the more you will feel your pelvis rocking towards 12 o'clock. So as long as it feels good, let it happen. And then you're going to lift your head as your leg moves away and use the weight of the left leg and the extension of the left leg to roll yourself up to sitting. And then you roll down again. You bring your right leg up, you roll the spine, you bring your left knee if it feels more comfortable, and you give yourself a stretch. So you can do that 2, 3, 4 times. Push the leg away. Let the leg press against the bend or the strap. Roll up, come back with straight knee first. And then when you feel that your back has an easier time to round, if you bend your knee, let it happen. So you have a very nice massage in your back. You never force. It's a gentle fall. It's a controlled fall, but without strain. Last one. And then change leg. Put your left foot into the strap, your right foot onto the floor. Give yourself a nice stretch there. Breathe. Sense the whole spine lengthening. Sense the buttocks lengthening, the back of the leg lengthening. So you create almost a loop. In your mind eye, at least you can visualize it. And then as you straighten the right leg, slowly lift your head up. So you're never really losing that loop, and you push the leg against your bend to roll up. So you really keep that sensation of loop with length. Roll down. When you feel that it's necessary for your right knee to bend, bend it. Give yourself another stretch there. Keep lengthening your neck. And then push the right leg against the bend and roll up. And then roll down again. Feel that back opening up. And the knee. Give yourself a nice stretch. And let it go. Bend both knees to your chest in a wide position. So if you really have a hard time to stay in this position, you can always put something under your pelvis to help you with the weight of the leg. So that would stop you to hold on into your hips to carry the leg. But otherwise, keep your knees in, bring your arms out to the side, and then allow the left leg to fall gently to the left. And sense how your weight transfer onto the left side of the pelvis. Maybe your head will turn to the left, and your right knee eventually will follow. But you really sense the weight of the left knee. And the left knee is going to fall towards your left elbow. So don't let it fall away from you, because I want your back to be relaxed there. When your left knee is on the floor and the left leg is on the floor, the right leg will probably be slightly suspended in the air. For some flexible people, you might have that right leg fall all the way to the other side. But I want you to really sense that your shoulders stay heavy on the right side. So you're going to slowly turn your head to the right and sense that. So your leg might be suspended somewhere in the air. Don't force. And then in that position, you can breathe. And then on the exhale, you raise your right arm a little bit off the mat. You might feel that the left leg is hanging a little closer to your left knee. And then inhale, you come back with your right arm down. Your right leg will come up a little bit. Breathe. Again, exhale. Maybe let that right arm slide up slightly, lift up slightly. Let the right leg be heavy. And exhale, let the right arm become heavier again, and see what happened with the right leg. So play with that counterweight there. Never force. Make sure the left leg is relaxed. Don't hold in your adductors there, or your lower leg or your ankle. And then on the next one, as your right arm become heavy, let the right leg come slightly up towards your chest. Make sure you're not lowering them to the floor. So you want the back to be relaxed. And when you're there, let the head come in the center. Let the weight of the right knee bring the left leg back up. So you're in the middle there with your leg pretty wide open and your arms still out to the side. And we're going to do the other side. So your right leg becomes heavier now. Right leg falls. It's eventually taking the left knee a little bit with you, and your left shoulder will come up slightly. But then when your right leg is relaxed, allow your head to turn to the left and sense the weight of the left arm. The left leg will be suspended somewhere where you feel comfortable. So it might be here, it might be lower. It's up to you to sense that. And then very gently on the exhale, lift the left arm and sense how it will take that left knee a little closer to the right. And then rest it. Again, exhale. Release the tension. Inhale. Exhale. Your head might turn a little bit towards the right and then return to the left. Listen to what is the consequence of that exhale on your body. What happens? What is the resonance on one little breath there throughout the whole self? Come back. Let the left knee open to the left. Let the right leg come when it's ready. Please wait until it's easy. Don't go too quickly. Don't make an effort. And then come back center. Bring both arms up to the ceiling. Breathe in. On the exhale, slowly bring your right arm up and then rest it. And the left arm and then rest it. And the right arm and rest it. And the left arm and rest it. And slowly bring your arms behind you again. See how far you can go now after what we did in your waist. Maybe it's a little further. Check that the ribs are not popping. And then allow your arm to go a little further. Let the ribs light up a little bit. And then lace your fingers and put your hands above the head. And in that position, very gently, can you tilt your both arms a little bit to the left? So there's somewhere, and if it's not comfortable for your arm to be there, you can either put a roller or a towel so your arms are going to be a little more elevated there. So I don't want you to force and feel a strain in your shoulder. So when your arms are out to the left like this, your right ear is probably going to be a little closer to your right arm. So let that right ear touch your right arm, and then let the left ear go a little bit towards your left arm. And again, your right ear towards your right arm. And your left ear towards your left arm. Stay there, breathe. And then on the exhale, can you bring your arm a little more to the left? That's possible. And do that one more time. Bring your right ear towards your right arm. And then bring your left ear towards your left arm. Don't force, only where it's easy. Bring your right ear towards your right arm. And then your left ear towards your left arm. And then maybe you can bring your arm a little more to the left, just what is easy. Stay there if it's easy. If it's not comfortable, please come back slightly. Extend your right leg down. And in that position, to increase the sensation of length that you created between your right foot and your right elbow here, slowly use a gentle pressure of your left foot onto the floor to start a rolling of the pelvis to the right. But you're going to see, if you look at the video, I'm barely moving. You don't want to suddenly push very hard with that foot and lift it 5 centimeters off the floor. It's only that sensation of allowing the pelvis to roll a little bit to create more length. So make sure that you're not forcing when you use your left foot and you roll the pelvis to the right. Gentle. Come back in the center, bend the knees, rest your arm for a moment. Bring your arms up, lace your fingers, bring your arms behind you, and then start to glide both arms a little to the right, and sense that your left ear is closer to your left arm. Move the right ear towards your right arm and your left ear towards your left. And then the right ear towards your right. Make sure you're not going to the maximum when you're there. Let the arm glide maybe a little more to the right. And again, left ear to left arm. Right ear to right arm. Do it again, only where it's easy. When your right ear is towards your right arm, move your arm a little bit more to the right. Stay there. And then extend the left leg down. And when your leg is down there, relax. And then very gently use the weight onto your right foot to wall the pelvis a tiny little bit to the left, only where it's easy. And then come back. You might feel the sensation you can go a little further, but it's not about that. It's about what can you let go? How can you sense that length increase without making any effort? And then one last time. And then come back in the center, bend those knees. And then you're going to roll over onto your belly. And as we did in different classes, you're going to put your arms in a diamond shape in front of you. If it's too much on your shoulders, you can always lower your hands a little bit. And then turn your head to the right, so your left cheek is on the mat. And bend your knees, so your feet are together and your knees apart. So you make a comfortable tripod. So don't get too wide. Make sure that your legs can go somewhere. If you're too narrow, it's not going to go anywhere either. So it's comfortable. Gently tilt your legs to the left and feel how the right leg is having weight onto the left leg and your legs are falling without effort. Maybe you're going to feel a stretch there in your hip. Make sure you relax there. Release the hip, the buttocks, your chest, your waist, your ankles. And after a couple of breaths, your legs fall down. Turn your head to the other side, bend your knees, and do the same thing on the other side. So you're going to let the leg fall to the right. Maybe one of these hips is a little tight, a little more resistant. Please don't force. Maybe it's in your ribs. Can you let go? That you want to let go. Maybe it's in your abdomen. Do a couple of breaths there, 2-3 breaths, and then let them fall down. And you can repeat this or stop there, and then you're going to bring your right foot towards your bottom. So if it's hard to get that foot into your hand, we have a couple of tricks there. So put your left arm down by your side. Tilt your pelvis to the left, and then bend the right knee up. Maybe in that place you can reach that foot more easily. If it's still too hard, you can put a band or a TheraBand around your foot to grab it. Once you have the foot into your hand, it might be much easier to return onto your belly. Once you're on your belly, put your left hand standing and then very gently allow your pelvis with the use of your hand to rotate a little bit to your right. So you're going to feel your right foot becoming heavy there. And then come back in the middle. Do that 3 times. You might feel stretching your quadriceps. Maybe in your psoas in the front. One more. Come back in the middle. You can rest your hands under your forehead so you don't have to squish your nose there. And then very gently in this position, can you move your pelvis in towards 12 o'clock? So your pubic bone goes towards the floor. And allow your foot to gently press onto your hand when you do that. And then release and move the foot a little closer to your bottom. Don't start already there, okay? So your foot is hanging into your hands. You're going to move your pelvis into 12. You're going to increase the stretch in your front of the quadricep. Let the foot gently press onto your hand. And then bring your foot towards your bottom. Now let's do that differently. You're going to inhale and pull the belly in. It's going to make your pelvis rock to 12 o'clock. And then on the exhale, can you push your belly out? You're going to feel your foot pressing onto your hand, and then use your foot to bring it close to your bottom. Use your hand to get your foot close to your bottom. Do it again. Pull the belly, inhale, pull the belly in. Exhale, push your belly out. You're going to feel your foot pressing onto your hand, and then let the foot be pulled towards your bottom. And rest down. And observe which side of the pelvis is a little closer to the floor. Which leg seems longer. And then put your left foot, left knee up. Going to do the same thing. Grab your left foot. Turn onto your belly. Put your right hand standing. And then very gently allow your right hand to roll the pelvis to the left. And then come back. And again, roll it to the left. And then come back. Roll it to the left. And then come back. And then put your right hand under your forehead. And pull the belly in. Push your belly out. Put your foot against. And then pull the leg a little towards you. Make sure you're not forcing onto your shoulder. Pull the belly in. Your pelvis will go to 12 o'clock. Push your belly out. Let the foot rest onto your hand and then gently pull the foot closer to your buttock. One more time. Pull the belly in. The pelvis will go to 12. The pubic bone press onto the floor. Push your lower abdomen out. Let the foot press onto your hand and then pull it gently towards you. And rest. And see if your left leg length has caught up with the right leg length. Take a seat. Facing forwards. Again, you can put a towel under you. And then very gently let both hands glide a little bit in front of you. Don't force. Some of you will flatten like Pluto. Some of you will stop way earlier than that. Make sure that you're not allowing your feet to turn in. So keep your feet pointing to the ceiling. They can be relaxed. You can flex them if you want to increase that stretch. One more time and observe how far can you go without forcing. And come back and then let the right hand glide along your right leg. So you're going to sense that the left side of the pelvis come up slightly. Let it. So you're going to feel that side of the pelvis lifting and a nice stretch in your right hamstring there. And then slide your right hand beside your right leg and the left hand beside your right leg. They're both on each side there comfortably. And then very gently let the head turn to the right. So you're going to feel your weight returning a little bit on the left sit bone. And turn your head to the left and allow your weight to go on your right sit bone. So kind of change like this. So it's not only your head but your whole body shifting side a little bit, shifting your weight. One to the other, don't force. And then come back in the middle. And then let the left hand go on your left thigh. Let it gently go and feel how your right side of the pelvis is lifting a little off the floor. Make sure that the neck and the head are relaxed. And then let the left hand glide beside on the left side of the left leg and the right leg on the inside of the left leg and go forwards this way. Again, you see that right side of the pelvis lifting slightly. And stay forwards where it's comfortable and then allow your weight to shift by looking to the right a little bit. Your weight is shifting a little to the left. And when you look to the left, your weight is shifting to the right. So play a little bit like this, like a little basketball. Shift, weight shift. Last two. And then come back center and then put both hands in front of you and resume the lengthening your arm forwards. You're going to feel that it's going to be a little bit easier to go forward. And then come back and then cross your legs. And as we did in the beginning, we're going to move the head to return a little bit to that first movement. You're going to turn your head to the left. See how that might have changed a little bit. Turn your head to the right. Come back, tilt your head to the right. You might feel that there is more participation. Even so we just do the head, you might feel that the spine is invited to go a little bit. So again, sense that. Even though I'm not trying to tilt my shoulder and my ribs, but they are folding. They are responding to that movement. And then let the head go down. And let the spine be invited. How is that to let that spine be invited now? And then look up a little bit. Do you feel your spine responding to that too? Don't go too far. Sense that the lifting up is actually happening through your whole spine. And then look down, let the spine respond. And look straight ahead. And thank you very much. I hope you enjoy your little stretch class.